Hello everyone, nice to see you. Tuesday coaching today is going to be about the cashback card and activating it. And I want to share with everybody that I know that there are some people that might even take a cashback card after you've promoted it to them and explained the virtue of how good it is. But for whatever reason, they never get using it. And the one thing that I know, I can see some nodding going on here. The one thing I know, it's because the cashback card arrives and it comes with, I'm going to explain how it looks. It's all very fancy. It comes in an envelope like this. This was mine. Okay. And then when you open it up, I feel like I'm on TV at the moment doing one of those things. So it comes sort of like that. It's all very fancy. Okay. Now, if you actually take the card out, mine's been out a long time, there is some writing here and I'm going to read it to you. It says, get started, get the UW Clubhouse app, activate and top up, spend and start saving. Now, I'm going to say to you, young people have no problems with this. Young people are used to getting brand new mobiles with no instructions, and they just know what to do. But we know we deal with the real world and we deal with lots of people that haven't got a clue how to even use a smartphone. And when these things arrive, they really don't know what they're doing. They're looking at this card and they're thinking to themselves, so what do I do? So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to share with you what I do for folk. And I'm also going to show you an alternative method, because you will find the odd person, and I've got them, that doesn't even have a smartphone. They may have a tablet, they may have a laptop, but they don't have a smartphone. They are out there, they still exist, okay? So they cannot download the UW Clubhouse app on a phone if they don't have one. However, they can do things online, all right? And that is possible. So first of all, I'm going to explain the very first thing. When the card comes, I'm going to take it off and show you. It comes with a sticker that's on it. And it comes with what they call an activation code. Okay. Now, what happens if you go to the Clubhouse app? And would you all kindly do this with me? And then it will make sense. All right, I've thought about this, and the best way is to get you doing it with me. So the Clubhouse app is on your phone. Click on it. And remember to explain to them there's lots of other benefits of having the app. Easy to see bills, easy to give readings if they don't have smart meters. There is absolutely loads of stuff that's available. But if you would like to press the little tab at the bottom, which is the central one, and it says cashback. Now, you and I, we're going to have already a balance, okay? But that would be zero. There would be nothing there, nothing at all. So what I want to do is now show you where you can show your customer how to do this, okay? So basically, I want you to click the word support. And then I want you to scroll down to where it says cashback card, which is after broadband and landline. Everybody with me? Nod. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, click that. Then the very top icon, it's click my cashback card. And hey presto, Lisa Ware has finally got what she wanted. I have been begging Ben Wiggader, our cashback card director, could you supply some instructions? So if you click, how do I activate my cashback card? And there we are, we have some instructions. So when your cards are dispatched, the UW app will update to let you know they are on their way. So on their phone, it will tell them. Then when your cards arrive, enter the activation code printed on a sticker on each card in the UW app or in your online account. Now, I can't show you this physically because my app's all up and running and I've got it all working. But believe me, I'm now going to show you something I prepared earlier. Let's see how clever I am. Let's see if I can do this. Hang on, where have you all gone? No, I need share screen. No, hang on. I've got something prepped. Okay, so share screen. Okay, guys, on the screen, this is what you're seeing on your app. And I want you to notice that what they would receive is where my mouse is going. So they would press their finger on the first little box, and then they type in the code that they have on that strip. They press activate card, and hey presto, what happens is they receive a PIN number. And I suggest to them always to write that PIN number down. Okay, because that's the PIN number in order to use it outside. Now, please make a note, this is the big thing. Their very first time they ever use this, they must do a PIN transaction, a chip and PIN transaction. You've probably got customers just like me that even though I tell them all this, do you know what? They go ahead and they try and do a transaction that's over the phone, which is called a remote, and then they wonder why everything doesn't work. So you've really got to emphasize, and please point out to them, this is no different to any other bank card. When you get a new bank card, it's exactly the same. So they must, first of all, do a chip and PIN transaction. Thereafter, they can do contactless, they can do remote, they can do all sorts. They could go to an ATM, they can put their card into an ATM, press PIN services, and they can change the PIN number to whatever PIN number they wish. All right, so actually, I would say it's quite good now. This is on the actual app. Okay, so that's a useful item to know. So now what happens about actually, oh, I've lost you all. Where have you gone? Hang on. Stop. Right, hello everyone. So what happens now? They now have they've activated their card, they've got a PIN number, but now they want to actually put some money on and get it going. Now, you may have customers like mine, and you're probably thinking, has Lisa got all thick customers? I don't think I have. I think it's just the general population. I just think they don't know what they don't know. And actually, do you know, that's quite a hard place to come from. Okay, so what I'm going to do is share my online account, because if they've got a laptop or an iPad, you could actually show them this. If they have an iPad or a tablet, they can even download the Clubhouse app, which is an absolute spitting image of what would be on a mobile phone. It's just that it's larger. So they can have a choice. They can go to the generic website, which is uw.co.uk, and go into my account, or you could download them if they don't have a smartphone, the app onto their tablet. Now, if they don't have a tablet and they don't have a smartphone, they're well and truly limited. I had to think about my choice of words there, didn't I? Very limited. And they've now got to literally go to the generic website. So what I'm going to do now is share my screen. And ladies and gentlemen, you will see this is the uw.co.uk. And when you press that, this comes up. Now, that's my UW account number. And as you can see, it's very old because I've been with the company a lot of years. And people can type in their email or account number, tell them. Okay, now I've preferred numbers because emails are a lot longer, but everybody to their own. So I'm going to log in and you're going to watch this live. Okay. So now this is the main site with all the various bits and bobs. Okay. First of all, I will show you, I'll go to cashback. Okay, let it do its thing. Here we are. So a lot of people say, what retailers are there out there? I don't mean the online, because there's over 2,500 online. What about retailers outside where they could go in? Well, ladies and gentlemen, online, if you press here, retailers, all the up-to-date ones are about to come up, and here they are. So there's quite a few. I'm just going to do it very slowly. There's quite a few on here. There's a good one, London Theatre Direct, if you like shows and stuff. River Island, Primark, lots and lots. Oh, look, Zip World. We did that in May, the world's fastest zip wire. Went 100 miles an hour across a disused quarry, and we got 8% back. All right, so lots and lots of retailers that are out there. That's when they use their cashback card, they will receive the price that it says here. Okay. Now, if we want to be really helpful to them, it's at this point I'm going to explain to you that it's a good idea to tell them about they can get more cash back. So I'm now going to go back to home. And this is really good. And so you can do all this remotely with somebody. If you press shopping partners, I think that's worked, does it? I've not done it. I'm probably being very impatient because I've got a Zoom going, and I'm on a fantastic 11 megabytes per second living in the countryside here. Okay, now this is all about online retailers. This is wonderful, folks, and I do this with every customer. The time that you give at the beginning is going to be worthwhile because you want them to really embrace the discount club, to really understand why we rave about it. In fact, we want them to be raving fans. Okay, so I always like to go alphabetical, and my favorite shop is M&S. I love M&S. Now there is things like, look at that, 40% cash back, Mac Keeper. There's some real big stuff on here, but let's go to M&S. There we are. Now you're all going to say, hang on a minute, what's that? 2%. Please know there's a little icon that shows a computer screen because this means online. It means before they've even received their cashback card, you could show them this. And if they were going to buy a big purchase, they could use any card they wish and they'll get the cashback that shows on the screen. Any card. That's good. But this is what you show them. So you click, for example, M&S, and it says 2% when you shop online. You then go get cash back. And what it will now do is take us through to that retailer. In this case, it's M&S. So I order my stuff, but I pay with my cashback card. So now I will get 2% and 4%. I'll get 6%. Now, if you really are into saving money and you're a little bit kind of anal about it, my daughter and I have lovely days out together where we'll go to the flagship M&S store. We'll go round, we'll take photographs of the tags of all the things we like. Then we'll go into the restaurant and have a nice lunch together and then go on our phones and do this. And we'll order it all. We'll press click and collect. And we'll go to the collect store after lunch and collect it, and we'll get 6% instead of 4%. Oh, yes. Power to the person. Now, when you start explaining stuff like that to people, they start to realize this could be good. So if you signed up somebody, for example, that was a plumber and they have stuff to buy, do you know what? They're going to love you, because I have many in my team that have trades and they never pay their bills because of all the cashback. If they spend their life at B&Q and stuff like that, it's called happy days. All right. So first of all, there's another thing to show them. All right. And what you're doing is you're helping them realize the benefits. So let's go back to cashback. Just bear with it. Right. So at this point, there will be a zero balance. And I can only explain this to you. I can't do it again because it's not a new account. So what they now need to do is they need to have a debit card. So like I have my main Halifax, I've got my business one. They need a debit card. We call it a feeding bank card. The card where they're going to move their money from their current account and put it onto the cashback card account. Please don't tell them you're topping up a card. You're not. You can have up to 2 cards per account. It's an account with money in it, and then you spend. The only difference between that and a bank account is you can't go overdrawn. All right, that's what it is. So then you take their card, and on the screen there is a little section and it says add card. Okay, so let me just well, you go to top up, sorry, and this is the same on the app. You go to top up, and now you put an amount that they want to top up. Now I'm going to do this because this is just the same, adding more to it. So I'm going to put in I want to put in 500. Okay, it says I can put in between 20 and 10,000 pounds a day. Really? We're all loaded, aren't we? Yeah, of course we are. Right, I'm putting 500. Now my card ends in this one. All right, now what would happen? It would say add card when it's the first one. And so you take their card and you put all the details in, you've put an amount, you press submit, and hey presto, that bank account card will now stay there permanently as a card to feed their cashback card. Now I'm going to press submit payment. And let's see what happens. I'm better off on my app. It's faster on my app. Right, now I've got to continue with my app. This is good because you're seeing what goes on, okay? Because it's called 2-point authentication, ladies and gentlemen. Can I just explain to you, this didn't used to be, but every bank is doing it. It is no different. So I'm not, oh, well, this is really useful. My Halifax has got a problem at the moment. Well, isn't that just wonderful? I've got to call them. What is going on? I think there's something wrong. Yeah, my Halifax has gone wrong. Nothing I can do. Okay, I can't do it, folks. I'm going to cancel. That's interesting, isn't it? Okay, it might be across the board because when I looked at my Lloyd's, it was similar. So it might be something that's going on with the actual banks. But what would happen? It would top up, and there it would be. Okay, and that has now set them up with money in the account, which they then, I'll stop the share. They then can go out and they could spend, but they must do a chip and pin transaction for the first one. Now, would you all go to your Clubhouse again? Okay, and then I want you to go to cashback card. Okay, and I want to show you something. Would you press the tab in the middle that says cards? It's in between retailers and balance. Press cards. Okay, Now, what will happen is an icon of your actual cashback card will show, and then it will say there's card details, but I want you to keep scrolling down. Now, I've got allow contactless payments with a limit of £100 per transaction. I've got that on, so it's dark purple. I could choose not to have it on. So in other words, I could only do chip and pin transactions, and that's my choice. Some people feel very uneasy about these contactless payments. This is a way you can reassure the more senior members of society, okay, a big tactful again, all right, that they don't have to have contactless. Also scroll down, ATM withdrawals. So I've got mine switched on, and it allows me that I can make withdrawals, and there is no charge for those now. Okay, so if I've gone and made a mistake and I've topped up, I put the naught wrong, I added an extra naught. So I stuck 10,000 instead of 1,000, I can go to the ATM and start getting the money out. Okay, now I want you to then look at the bottom one, and it says higher risk payments. Temporarily enable swipe, manual entry, and over the phone payments. Right, this is what we call remote. And if your customer, please say this to them, if they want to do an over the phone payment, if they want to do a payment that is literally remote online, it's not at a retailer in store. Yes, you click the button. Now you could all do it, it won't hurt. Click the button, turn it on, and what comes up is to help protect you from fraud, swipe, manual entry, and over the phone payments will only be enabled for the next 24 hours. So at the moment, in this next 24 hours, all of us that have just done that, we can make an over the phone or a remote payment, and it will go through. If ever you've had a customer moaning and groaning that it's not working, it's possibly because they don't know about that. Okay, that should help tremendously. Right, would you now, after you've done that, would you scroll back up, so you're back up to the top, and I now want to show you, click on retailers. And like I showed you on the generic UW site, here are the retailers. So it's with you when you're out and about. Okay. Now click on balance, and you're back to where you were. And this is the thing to show people. Show them that it's instant. As soon as they spend, the app or online will instantly let them know how much cash back. All right, which is really, really good. So for example, Sunday the 24th, I ordered from Gardener's Dream 100 quid's worth of chicken worms, dried worms, about 5 months worth for our chickens. Okay, and the fact they've just arrived today. Okay, now that's a one-off retailer, and that is a 1% back. So I got on 99.99, I've got 99p. But I've also ordered from S&J Food, which is a major retailer, spent 51, but I've got £4.08 cash back. You can work that out, that's almost 5%. Okay. I was doing a winner mini. No, I wasn't. I was doing a 20k giveaway on Saturday, and I bought the team a nice flapjack from a little one-off store called Rosie Lee. In fact, Annette was there, she got one. And it was £15.25, and I've got 15 pence, which is 1% cash back. So what the good thing is to show people that, you know what, it doesn't matter where you're spending money, you're getting money back everywhere. And it's to make them realize that all those little P's, they add up through the month. And what they do is they now obliterate the cost of services. And that's where you've got to get them thinking outside the box and realizing, even if we were, for example, on a mobile phone, say another £4 a month more to get those 3 core services, actually, do you know what? With cashback alone, they could possibly never pay for the mobile phone. It throws the competition out the window entirely. So would you like to unmute? And has anybody got any questions about what I've just gone through? Anyone at all? Was I able to be sort of clear and you've understood it? Yeah. I tell you what's really nice is that at long last there are some instructions actually on the app. So it is utterly essential to get people to download the app immediately. Yeah, really important, because I think it's a really good, I think it's getting better and better. Now, here's something else for you all, just a little thing. I was having a little hissy fit about a month ago, as one does, that I felt the cashback card, the new one, you know, the MasterCard one, was playing up since they brought it in. And I had to eat humble pie with the cashback card team, because what it transpired was it was actually my Halifax bank that was in the wrong. And unbeknown to me, I had a bit of fraud committed on my Halifax account. And so they thought they would protect me, and they stopped remote and topping up of my cashback card. And I was absolutely livid. And the only way I found out was that when we went to pay a deposit for our wedding, and I gave my cashback card, my Halifax card, to pay the £60 deposit, I was absolutely livid. It was declined. And I really did have a hissy fit. I was not impressed. Anyway, cut a long story short, about 2.5 hours of spending on the phone with the Halifax, and I'm not exaggerating. I was really doing my nut one morning. I finally got through to the fraud department and discovered that they'd put a block on me. And they'd done it for my protection, but they didn't let me know. And I'm wondering if they've gone and done it again. So it's to let you know, sometimes when customers moan and groan about things, they never think outside of the wider box. It can often be outside of that. And in fact, the team up there have been working tirelessly, and people like myself, I'm known as a beta tester on lots of things, and I constantly give feedback, and lots of us do, and everything they're trying to improve all the time, which is great. Anybody got any questions about the cashback card? Yes, Lindsay.
Since I had the new card a few months ago, the automatic top-up has never worked. It's got a point now where I just accept it's not going to work, and I do a manual top-up every month, but the automatic top-up just stopped working.
It has. They are trying to sort out processes with MasterCard to enable it to happen. It used to happen when we had Visa, didn't it? And I loved it. But they've said they'll let us know, and they give us a network directive completely as soon as they've got that organised with MasterCard to enable it to happen, because I really like that facility myself. Yeah.
What about the cashback wizard? Do you know what's happened with that? Because that was live, and I occasionally it works, but more often than not it doesn't.
I've never used the cashback wizard myself, so I don't know about that. What I do, it's the do. What I do is tell my customers to go through the clubhouse, and that way they will absolutely be total assurity that they will get cash back, even, as I showed earlier, even if they don't use the cashback card. If they use another card, they'll get cash back. What's on that screen? Okay.
The cashback wizard used to be really good though, because it would automatically flag up whenever you went on a website that gives cashback.
I know. I tell you what, Annette and Chris, what I'll do is I'll send a message up to Ben Wiggader, and I'll ask him about it and say what's happening. Is it a facility that could be perhaps reintroduced? I'm quite sure it's to do with the changeover of going to MasterCard. And Ian, I know that you don't know that we used to be with Visa, but the company made a big decision to switch to MasterCard. Yeah, Lindsay?
My NatWest Bank has also gone from Visa to MasterCard recently as well, because Visa was charging them too much.
Oh, that's interesting, isn't it?
Mm.
Interesting. Right, guys, I'm going to hold it there. I haven't thought of a coaching for next week, but I'm sure I will. And if any of you do, and I know that Tom is like itching for all kinds of things, and he does send me stuff. So Tom, I do listen. I'm just trying to help people with the things that they want and find useful. All right. Lovely to see you all. Thank you for coming on. It's nice to actually have people there. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.